All right, we're back. Do we have time for Have You Heard, Serena? I think we do, just a little bit. Okay, we're going to Have You Heard real quickly. We're going to come back and do our history because I'm super excited about our history today. All right, let's do it. Okay. So the question is, have you heard? So every week we ask, have you heard of something interesting in the community, a development, a story, an event from diaspora. So have you heard about the Critics Company? Have you heard about them?
No.
Oh, you should. Serena is going to show us, we have some lovely pictures of them. They're young kids. And you've probably seen their work if you watch any Nollywood at all.
Okay.
So let's find out about them.
Oh, I think
I know them.
I know them.
So the Critics Company are 10 young people based in Kaduna, northern Nigeria, who call themselves the Critics. They range in age from 7 to 27, and they become social media sensations in West Africa because they've been using their mobile phones to create short films with visual effects, okay? Science fiction films are typically created with sophisticated software and high-tech equipment, but these young filmmakers, many of whom are siblings or cousins, prove that less is more, using everyday items at their disposal to shoot short films. I wish we had that video we could show of what the result of their work is. Really, really cool. So Raymond Yusuf is 18 and is a group's VFX artist and editor. And it says in 2015 they taught themselves to make films and experiment with green screens and used it to superimpose an image onto a different background by reading Wikipedia and watching YouTube tutorials. We're exchanging DVDs and watching a lot of CGI movies and movies with VFX. And we wanted to do what we're seeing on screen. We actually started running around our houses, tying wrappers around us and acting. He adds that at the time, the critics did not have a camera to film their stories, so they used a Samsung smartphone. My dad had his old laptop that was lying around and I asked him for it. We looked up video editing software like Blender, which we used to create our CGI effects. And in 2016, the young filmmakers made their first film, Redemption, after saving up for a month to buy green fabric needed to create the green screen. The Critics have now morphed into a production company, the Critics Company, and have created more than 20 short films, often telling stories about robots, aliens, and people with supernatural abilities. They keep their movies short because they don't have adequate electricity and data plans to upload long films to the internet. The productions take anywhere from 1 week to 7 months to shoot, and everyone on the team has a designated role. The girls, who are called Rejoice, Rachel, ages 14, 9, and 7, are the actors, but some of them are beginning to express interest in filmmaking. Godwin is 20, and he's a director and writer. Ronald is 16, he makes the props. Victor is 16 as well, and he's the lights guy. Lawson is 18, and he's the sound man. Richard is 15, and he's the continuity guy. And Rindon is 27, and he rounds up as the manager of the group. So Nollywood, Nigeria's movie sector, is a $658 million movie industry and has produced hundreds of talented actors and filmmakers across the country. And some of this talent, including the critics, are getting attention from Hollywood. I'll tell you how. Because 2 years ago, the young filmmakers were contacted by American film executives, including Franklin Leonard, Scott Meyers, and J.J. Abrams. Yes, that J.J. Abrams, the director of Hollywood blockbusters such as Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And after one of the interview clips went viral, and so Leonard sent a message on Twitter and he said, first of all, you're doing a good job. And he told us he found our videos and he was friends with JJ and a couple of people in Hollywood. He told us to send a list on WhatsApp of equipment we might need for our films. Last August, the kids received a large shipment of gear, including high-end gaming PCs, monitors, cameras, and stabilizers from Abrams and Leonard. We're so excited and happy about it. And in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter in September, Abrams said he was happy to be introduced to the Critics Company by Leonard, adding that the young filmmakers had talent and determination. So getting them some additional gear was just adding fuel to their awesome fire.
Nice.
Okay. Now that they have sophisticated gear to shoot more ambitious projects, the plan is to create even more sci-fi short films, and says the Critics Company's primary goal is to become one of Africa's biggest multimedia studios.
Nice.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
They're so young, they're so pretty and just talented and amazing. It's great. I saw their work. They actually worked on did you see King of Boys, the new one?
No.
Return of the King on Netflix.
No.
So they were contracted to do the effects for that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what makes them different is not the fact that they make films. Many people make films, and many young people, but they do sci-fi. So most African films are like, relationships or marriage or this or that or gangsters, but they actually do sci-fi, solely sci-fi.
That there was this group of young children recreating popular movies.
Oh, that's Ikodu Boys. Yeah, no, they do skits. Yeah,
Okay.
no, they do actual films like sci-fi movies, like
Okay.
aliens, and robots, and things come from the sky. They're actual,
will
like
definitely
it's
look it
real. It's real. Like they don't do, and it's funny that's how they started and how they
Yeah.
continue. I had a tape, but we didn't clear it. I was going to play the tape, but we didn't clear it. Anyway, so that's great. I'm so proud of them. So proud of them. John, do you have a time for a song before we go into history? Right, so we're going to play one song and we're going to come back and do our history segment. So these boys and girls are becoming big boys.
Nice.
So you know what song I'm going to play, right? That was the most janky segue. I'm going to play Ameno piano. Any excuse?
You want to chill with a big boy?
Yeah, because they're big boys and big girls. Here we go. Ameno on piano by Necktunes. I'll see you on the other side for African history. Thank you, Kweku, for being here.
No, don't mention.